Gonna test this out. Testing. Hello? Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. All right, let's do this. Can't hear myself. Yeah, I can kind of hear myself. Where is the share button? Copy link. All right. Just testing my link. Looks like it's working. I'm gonna post this on. All right, cool. We are live, man. So let's do this here. Hey, just testing out my SteelSeries Arctis Pro. And yeah, so let's get it cracking. So before I start any project, the very first thing we do is we need to grab reference of our project. So I would recommend PureRef. I always use it personally, and I'll have it on my other screen. I'll be throwing it on another screen. But yeah, if you go to pureref.com, you can go ahead and download that, and that'll get you started. All right, cool. So I wanted to do Chainsaw Man, and Chainsaw Man. I think the guy's name is Denji or something. Um, Basically, just show about a guy who turns into a chainsaw and hacks and slashes up demons and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, Chainsaw Man Denji is kind of what we're going for. Um, and I wanted to do when he's in his chainsaw form, basically. So best way to really work on something like this is first just gather your reference. And you might not use every piece of reference, but it'll help give you some ideas. I mean, you can even it might even be inspired by stuff other people drew, maybe. So this one was kind of cool because he had. I don't want to give it away, but yeah, this one was kind of cool because it kind of shows like his fierceness, I guess you can say. Um, so yeah, you could just drag and drop really with this with PureRef. Um, and I used to do all this stuff in Photoshop, but it's way faster using something like this. So this part might take a little bit of time to kind of find the reference you want, but it's definitely a necessity, man, before you sculpt. You want to take the extra step in doing this because it'll make it all that much better. I'm kind of thinking like like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, as well. If we take a look at Texas Chainsaw Massacre, um, to kind of bring that horror portion into this, how can we combine? I don't know if we can combine it, but maybe it's even just for the mood, like the eeriness of how it kind of looked in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's so weird. What did that brought in some Google stuff? I don't know what they brought in, but get rid of that. Oops. I think I grabbed this on accident. That's probably why I did that. Um, I kind of like that. It's kind of cool. Like feels like Resident Evil kind of vibes. So I don't get too hung up on it, but get the overall feel. I'm thinking, guy in a forest as the chainsaw. I don't even know if there's a. I think there's a forest scene. Is there? Maybe. This kind of looks like something. This kind of looks like something that has a cool kind of feeling to it. Yes, this stage is really just exploring, trying to get ideas. Like, how can we bring this to life? Are we going to make it? Um, are we going to make it like, what do you call it? Are we going to make it like this? Maybe we can use some elements from this. I don't know. Before we even sculpt, we'll probably have to kind of draw things out first, and then figure out what kind of pose we want initially. Maybe we stick tried and true to something from the anime and kind of mash it up with the Chainsaw Massacre. Um, it could be a good move. So let's see. Is this a bigger picture? Oh, this is even smaller. I hate this thing that pops open every time I try to take an image from the internet. Hmm. Okay. Let's see here. That's kind of a cool idea. Like someone made him kind of balancing on a chainsaw. It's a little small. Why does this jump up every? What I really need to do is kind of get like pictures of chainsaw. You know, like regular chainsaw, and We gotta go in. We gotta go in on this one. Let's try to get a couple different flavors of chainsaws. Uh, this could kind of be like that one here. This has that kind of look to it. This little Milwaukee one. Can I not? I gotta. Oh my goodness, what did it do? It just grabbed all the images. No, I don't want to do that. Started just grabbing every image from that link, which I didn't want it to do. That's okay. If I crashed it, you'll know why. I really just want this. Let me see if I can save this. Hold on, let me get rid of all this. So that was my fault. I copied it from the link. Don't do that. Do not do that. Oh, I did it again. But this time it was a little more forgiving at least. There's a nice shot here. Trying to get that feeling. And he has that thing on his head. I'm gonna look up. Basically, like trying to see like what I see in that, and like this piece kind of reminds me of like maybe a bike helmet or maybe a car part or something. So trying to see if I can find something similar. Whoa, it's huge. Okay. I wish this thing would stop popping open. Google, stop popping stuff open like this. It's not cool. It's not cool. Looking for like a sleek kind of design. This is interesting too. Some cool designs. We could even like mash this up in Photoshop. We could do you know, like a photo bash. We can kind of redraw shapes out, and you know, drawing out before like you start sculpting is good too, because it kind of helps you learn your character, and then it's like when you sculpt it, it's kind of like you're doing it the second time around, and it'll ultimately come out better. I just probably get like maybe one or two other images. I don't know. This looks cool. All right, so we got a couple choices here, and then look for. I'm thinking of something, but I don't know. Yeah, you know, like just looking for a cool shape. Um, and like I said, I mean, we may or may not use this stuff I really don't know. I can't even grab these images off of here. So it's fine. Let's grab some. I wonder if I could just grab this link. Okay. So yeah, if it does give you troubles, you can just grab the link. I don't need all of these, but that's kind of sleek looking. Don't need that. Just trying to get the feel. It's good to have this stuff in front of you. You know, long story short, when you're designing. And he has like the handle. I think we have handles on these, right? Yeah, we have a handle here, long handle here. I'm thinking of even a handle from maybe a weed whacker, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, that kind of has cool. I kind of like that handle. That looks kind of cool. That could be a cool handle. You know, it's kind of like hard to say what's going on here. So we can kind of, I see like a little pulley system here. I think that's what you would call it, a pulley. So let's see if we can find like a pulley system. Maybe that might help us. Yeah. Or maybe even the word pulley. Pulley with belt. Let me see. Pulley with belt. Yeah, something like that. We don't, and like, because if it's our design, we don't necessarily need to make it like this. I kind of want to make it a little bit like this, but I want it to have that general feel. You know, I wonder how the attachments would be. Like, how can I bring this home? Maybe he's holding these, like he's gripping these blades in his hands. Or maybe we make it so it's coming out of his body, you know. That I'm not sure. Oops, I don't know where'd that pulley system go? Did the link close out? Pulley with belt. Let me try one more time. It's like a video. The more functional you make something, the more believable it is. Like, I don't know if this is necessarily believable. You know, like I said, you know there's something going on here, and we can assume that this pulley system opens and closes his mouth, and then he has like these pistons, maybe. You know, I guess that we can probably make that like pistons. Like, maybe his neck muscles is pistons. So pistons pop up and down in a car. They go up and down. So maybe that's something that we can incorporate into this. And it's kind of cool, like when you do projects like these, because you know, you start research and stuff, and you start learning about things you didn't know about before. And this is pretty much how the piston kind of goes up and down, and so it's kind of cool to have that. What else could this be? Hydraulics. Hydraulics, definitely. And oops, hydraulic system. Yeah, so I think we kind of got things. So we got hydraulics, we got a pulley system, we got handles, and then here we can say it's kind of like the brains of it, right? Which would be like the engine, maybe like an engine or something, or a motor. So we can look up like industrial motors. That could be cool. Industrial motors. Isn't there a company called Industrial Motors? Pretty. I feel like there is. Right, and this is what the pulley is on, right? It's on some kind of motor, and the motor is like this guy's brain. And there's just so many, so many different options here. It just we can explore forever and a day. It's like I don't know if we go for a more simplified look or what. And then we could make these like silver and black, I guess. And this could be like it's what do you call it? This could be like a rubber material. Let me see this one here. Marathon Motors. I think this image is big because it's taking a second to load. Yeah, it's a big image. A lot of detail. It could be suggested detail in the final, or it could be super detailed. It really depends how we're going to go about it. Like, are we going to make it cartoony? I wanted to make it like a semi-realistic. I didn't really want to make it cartoony. And I want to add that horror aspect to it, like how Texas Chainsaw Massacre brilliantly pulls off that horror. Let me just see. Get a couple shots of these here. And we don't have to make this piece by piece. Like, I could use this just as reference, and we could just make like the main pieces. Like, we don't have to make all of these. We could just make a few of these. Maybe we just make some screw holes here. We don't necessarily have to make the square. You could take some shortcuts. I mean, like, it depends. Like in the final, are people going to be like this? Are we going to be like this for the final? Are we going to be like that for the final? And that, I mean, all that is really subjective, kind of like where we're going with this, and what kind of pose we're doing, right? Maybe, like I said, maybe we're doing, this is, I would consider this more of like a relaxed pose. He's not really in the chase right now. He's kind of like scouting the area, just waiting, right? He's giving himself a break. He's in a more relaxed state. His arms are at his side. His feet are planted firmly. This one's kind of a relaxed state too. And obviously this one is a attack state, right? If we wanted to kind of put a label on it per se. So yeah, I mean your references, like I said, is your mood board. You can get color inspiration. You can get all sorts of things, right? So, and what you do too is basically you can right click all of these. You can highlight them all, like just drag over it like this. Drag over all of them. You can right click and you can go to images, arrange. I usually do optimal, and it'll kind of just do something like that. You know, if you kind of wanted it to be nice and organized, but you know, we have some pieces here, we have some other stuff here, so maybe it might be best to take what's like what's similar, right? So these are all like kind of Texas Chainsaw Massacre reference, right? Hold shift and click that one. So we can go images, arrange, optimal, and trying to see if I can make the I don't know if maybe arrange or align or normal. Is it normalized? Normalized by size, maybe size, scale. I don't know. I must have grabbed that Google thing a million times. So this kind of sizes them up a little better. And then what you can do is you can just double click to zoom in, double click to zoom out, double click, zoom in, double click, zoom out. So you can do something like that if you wanted to. Oops. All right, we're getting pretty good here. Kind of have this is our head pieces, right? This is kind of our headpiece inspiration. Don't know what this is. Gonna get rid of all this. What is this? Oh, these are like thumbnails. I must have selected this thing a million times. Okay, let's move on. Get a couple more shots at Denji. So, who is Denji? He's kind of this scrawny kid, and he's kind of he's getting by on scraps. You know, he's doing a job. He's doing jobs for the mob or whatever it is, and he kills demons, and they give them. He gets a little bit of he gets a little bit money here and there. Nothing crazy. He's barely getting by for the most part. This is him in his regular attire. And yeah. Maybe ripped pants, ripped black pants. He seems to be wearing pants a lot, and I think even in Chainsaw Man, yeah, he's wearing what is he wearing? He's kind of wearing the same thing, right? He's wearing a suit, and here we go. We have a suit here, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I want to make him this scrawny kid. I don't want to really make him muscular. I want to make him scrawny, but then he's holding these massive chainsaws. I think it'll be like more impactful that way. If it's kind of like, oh my god, you know. So I'm just trying to figure out how we can do this effectively. Denji weatherproof decal. It's kind of funny. This kind of sees a little bit better of an angle on the helmet. Let me see how the helmet is. Let me see. Chainsaw Man. Need a little bit more reference. I want to try to see how we can take from, I don't know if it's possible, but to take from the manga and the anime. Try to take some inspiration from both. I do like this. This is kind of cool. It's a cool shot. Yeah, this looks a little bit more. Right, it looks a little more gruesome. Instead of him holding the chainsaw, it's like it's coming out of him, because it's literally a part of him. So like he's one with the chainsaw. The eyes lighting up is so cool. Maybe we could try to do that in the final. Let's see if I just type in Denji, if I can get something maybe. So let's see how the manga, how he looks in the manga. Kind of has that crazy look, has his tongue out a lot. Let's try, let's say manga Denji transform or something. Denji manga transformation. Like when he transforms into the beast. There's this thing with these the teeth is not in anime, it's kind of, it's more triangular than square. I think I had something like this already. Let me see here. This could be some good reference too. Might even try Pinterest too sometimes, because it's cool to get inspired what other people might have created. Pinterest is usually like the best of the best when it comes to certain things. So I might type in just type in Denji and see. Let me see what kind of results I get if I just type in Denji. And it seems Denji's not a common name, right? Because I'm getting exactly what I want. This is a nice shot. I'm gonna see if I'm missing any elements. I could probably make this like some brackets or something. Some clip. I guess it's safe to say that some of this is actually kind of like his own flesh, because he's kind of infused. So it's like biomechanical, you know. I think biomechanical could be something good to kind of look up to, like a biomechanical. Like those kind of results. Let's do biomechanical. And yeah, in just in case you didn't know, but biomechanical is just the infusion of like mechanical with biological parts. I don't know if it's really helping. Biomechanical movie scenes, right? Terminator, of course. Yeah, I wonder if we can even pull anything from that, you know, from an exoskeleton like Terminator. There's so many. This kind of has that pistons too on it. There's so many different paths. I think ultimately that we can take. All right. Not really getting anything I want here. Let's try Chainsaw Man. Let me see if we get anything here on Pinterest. It's kind of cool. All right. Now let's bring it home. Let's look up some other stuff here. Um let's just do like I want to do like a skinny Asian kid. But maybe I'll do skinny. What if we did something different? Like no, skinny Cambodian. Um Skinny male. Cambodian teen. I'm trying to get his the level of you know, his musculature. I feel like this might be a little bit too muscular. I mean, he looks skinny, but I can try it. Just trying to have some options when I lay this out on, you know, what body types like. That's so weird. I don't think I can grab. Can I not grab that? That's so weird. Oops. So I can't. I don't think I grab it like that. Didn't grab it. Maybe you gotta go to the website to grab it. No, I can't grab it. There we go. So you can right click open a new tab if it gives you problems sometimes. And, you know, like I said, this could just be referenced just to get his kind of build. You know, what kind of build is Denji? I want to make him like a little scrawny. Like I said, though, I think maybe that may be too buff. Skinny male teen. You know, this kind of feels like a Denji, but I don't know. The problem is Maybe it's too skinny. I don't know. It's not good quality, but when I think of a Denji, I think of something more like this. That kind of build. Or maybe even this. Yeah, I think that's good. I don't want him, like I said, I don't want him to be too muscular. Then I do, simple things like ripped black pants. You know, we need this reference on how he's going to look. Like, and how ripped are we going to make his jeans? Are we going to make it like they've been through the struggle or what? So I just like to have reference. And we can make concepts on just pieces of clothing alone too. Like if we wanted to, like it would probably be overkill. I mean, I don't want to overkill this project, but I could literally just be like, okay, I'm just going to make all these different versions of pants and concept out how the pants will look, and make some with chains, or make some with belts, or make some with maybe it has a hole but then it's patched, or you know, there's so many different, or maybe stitching on this way or stitching on that way. So many different versions. Ripjeans.co. So many different versions that can make. And I don't know if it's really ripped jeans per se, but like ripped dress pants. I don't know. Maybe jeans. Maybe it is jeans. It always looks like he's all dressed up. He has a belt. All right, let's keep moving along here. Let me get a few more pictures of some ripped jeans. I don't know. Is this female attire? Right, men. Oh, men skinny ripped jeans. Skinny ripped jeans. Yeah, maybe it's sliced this way. Like maybe it's not fully, like it's ripped, but it's not. It's not fully ripped. Like it's not ripped like big holes. Let me grab this one though. This one kind of look cool. This looks a little weird here. Whatever's going on here. What is? Yeah, it looks weird. It looks like his muscles being compressed in there or something. So weird. Did my mouse go to sleep? Hold on. I don't even know if it's my mouse that's giving issues or if it's something else. There it goes, and it's working now. Oh, it just stopped again. Oh. Why is it doing that? Not sure what's going on. My mouse stopped working. Probably a good time to save. I'm gonna save this. Yeah, right click, choose save, so we don't lose our reference board. You do have to save your reference board. If you don't, you'll lose everything. These files can get a little big sometimes, so I'm gonna save this as we'll save this as stream Chainsaw Man, and I'm just gonna be my project folder more or less, and inside we'll throw this reference in there and just call it like Chainsaw Man or something, so that we have a reference. It's good to stay organized with the stuff, otherwise you'll have stuff all over your desktop, kind of like what I have now, which I can just hide if I want, but yeah. And then you'll see it save and scene. Depending on how many images you have, it really depends on how long it's going to take to kind of save all that stuff out. I'm going to close some of these links out so I don't crash. I think I have, it's too much stuff open. Just want to get a few more ripped jeans. It's kind of crazy, right? That is kind of ripped jeans. I don't know. You know what? I think, let me see what we got. Ripped. Black pants ripped. Male. I just put male so I get just guys wearing it, because I was getting a lot of females wearing the jeans. We don't really want it. We want it kind of pretty much skinny. He's a skinny guy, so skinny jeans. Maybe black skinny jeans. It's all about what you type in on the results you get. Visit this. Some good reference, The back is kind of like blah. It's good to get different angles too. I mean, the more angles you can get, I mean, if this was the one we're going with, which not necessarily saying it is, but the more angles, the better. All right, that's fine. Let's move along here. So we're getting there. Now we just need these shoes he has on. Let me see what kind of shoes he has on in the anime. I don't know. Red and white sneakers with holes, maybe? Red and white sneakers with holes? Could try that. Red and white sneakers with holes. I don't know. He would have like some no-name brand because he doesn't have a lot of money. He would definitely have some like, what are those kind of sneakers? Maybe we throw the word cheap or budget or something. I don't know. I just don't picture him with Nikes, you know. I don't picture Denji with wearing Nikes running around. These are $745. Oh my gosh. My goodness. Um yeah, this one could be a little tough to find sneakers. Maybe if I do do sneakers, maybe I'll just do it like this. These sneakers look kind of fashionable. And again, I don't even know if that's the kind of sneakers that he generally wears. I might need to get some more reference. It looks like he is wearing them here. I could see the circle here. So he wears them in the anime. And the only thing I can think of that has a circle like that is like a pair of Converse. Maybe red and white sneakers. Maybe red and white Converse sneakers. And maybe white and red. Maybe it's white and red, not red and white. This is the only one I found that came the closest. Let's do white and red. Let's see if I get better results. White and red Converse sneakers. Once I solidify on a concept, I can go steps further and really start to get even more reference. So when I'm sculpting it, I have that reference, and I can bring it even, you know, I can really go deep into believability into something. Yeah, so I'm just looking for something equivalent to this. I can't find, I mean, I don't know if my brain's looking for the exact sneaker. I think it is, and you know, this is actually, I don't think it's a real sneaker. I don't know. Japanese sneakers maybe. So I don't know if it's if these sneakers maybe exist in Japan and I just don't know what the name of them are, or not, or if they're just totally made up. But I would imagine that whoever created these sneakers for this, they had some kind of inspiration, some kind of reference they were looking at when they created this as well, right? So at this point, I think it's going to kind of be like we kind of combine images to make a sneaker in a sense. So I don't know, man. That's a big Nike right there. So let me just I'll just put my sneaker reference over here. Oops. How many shots? There's only 2 shots. Oh, there's a couple shots in here. Oh, that's cool. I like the bottom of these ones. And if we look at Denji sneakers in this, he has a thick bottom. I don't know if the word sole, is it sole maybe? He has a thick bottom portion on there. Even these felines might. Do they have a thick? They're not that thick. I don't know if we want to make them too thick. But yeah, I would picture Denji in something like Fila, like of some Filas, personally. Vim has an online store. I've actually shopped at Vim for pants on quite a few occasions, and because I feel like on pants you don't really need to go name brand when it comes to pants so much. But the older you get, the less you're kind of worried about name brand altogether, and you just kind of go for what looks nice, I guess. Not that necessarily, you know, has this name or that name. These are some good shots for the top of a sneaker. And I'll show you how we can do the lacings. I have a lot of cool different options to do the lacings when we get to that point. But I really want to go to town. I really want to go to town on this sculpt. I know that much. And in order to do that, planning is key. Got to plan this thing out to the T. This could be like my comeback right here. Like, boom, he still got it. Yeah, a couple sneakers here. Let's get a pair of Converse in the mix too. Converse, red and white sneakers. I'm going to just do like a Google image search this time, just for some red and white Converses, and because I feel Converse is one of those things where everybody can kind of can afford them, versus Nike. This kind of has some of the lining. Then we just need like he's I don't know, he's not really gonna have he's not gonna have a shirt on, and the reason why is because he has this contraption that he pulls on his chest to take out his chainsaws. So I mean, if he does have a shirt on, it's going to be unbuttoned. So he would probably maybe have a shirt, but it's just unbuttoned, a white shirt unbuttoned, so we can reveal his chest. And we could do a tie. So Denji in the anime does not know how to tie his own tie. So I'm thinking we kind of make it look like, a 2-year-old or somebody inexperienced tried to tie their tie. I don't know if I'm going to go Pinterest. Now I'm going to do white cheap dress shirt maybe. I want to throw that word cheap in there because I really want to sell that he doesn't have money. He kind of wears the same thing every day. And actually, this is the whole package. This is Denji. It's the whole package. Maybe even like a dirty white cheap dirty dress shirt. I don't know if that would even give us good results, but just thought it'd be funny to see what we would get if we did that. Something like it's soiled. I don't know why this image is so small. But that's kind of idea. I don't know. He'll probably have blood on his shirt because a plain white shirt is kind of boring, right? So we'll throw some blood on his shirt. I don't like all this fabric going on. I think plain is better. This looks like it costs a lot of money. I don't know if it's like frills or what you call that. Let me take a look at this. This looks like it could just be oh, this is actual website, Websterant store. Never heard of this thing. Yeah, this kind of has that hey, look at me kind of look, oops, got way too much stuff open. One second. Too much stuff open. Man, what happened to that image? I lost it. All right, here we go. I'm going to pull my pure ref over here just so I have it. And I'm going to try to pull that into pure ref here. Yeah, there we go. Right, so we got our body builds here. Hairstyles. That could be another important thing. Let me get a few more, just some button down. More research I do on the reference now is like the less I have to do later when I'm actually trying to sculpt it. Because otherwise you got to kind of pause and look for more reference. Always looking for reference. And maybe this cheap see-through shirt. I feel like white tees in general are cheap shirts anyway, right? This is very like a fitted shirt, but whatever. I don't care about this. Oops. I'm trying to pull this image. And we get the back. We could sculpt we could sculpt the shirt, or we could do it in Marvelous Designer and then sculpt it, you know, for the dress shirt. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I may try to just do the whole thing without Marvelous Designer and see what I can get, you know, done with it. But we'll see. All right, so now let's go for hairstyles and kind of faces, right? Like, so how does he look? He kind of has that that boy band, like the Korean boy band kind of rough hair look, right? So what was that? What was that band? BTS or something? Maybe does any of them have rough like looking hair? I think. I don't really know their names, but I'm just dragging this in just to get ideas. But these guys kind of look like money too, so they might not be the best hair reference. They look like money. Let's see if man with messy orange hair. Messy orange hair, I don't know. It kind of looks like that, right? This kind of looks like it. Or like this. Let me see. Yeah. I guess it's more blonde than orange, but the color's not important for reference. It is, but not totally important right now for reference. Man with messy yellow hair or spiked or messy spiked. I don't want it spiked up though. I want it spiked down, like spiky. Like it was spiky hair, but then it's down. Maybe. Dirty, or maybe like dirty man with dirty yellow. Dirty. See, that's the problem too. Dirty is not mess as doesn't mean it's not clean. Dirty blonde is an actual color or something, so might not be the best. Ryan Gosling, what are you doing there? This is kind of the look of it. It's like a mannequin or something. Yeah, that kind of looks like it a little bit. Oops, I didn't want to go there, but okay, cool. Got some more images here. The more the better. Did I get this one already? Yeah, I did. Oh man, I got like the worst. I like the worst memory. Okay. Let's grab these images and the back. Dirty blonde hair. So I want to see Japanese blonde hairstyle. Japanese male blonde hairstyle, maybe. Kind of that. It's kind of that look. I don't know what it's called, but I know it when I see it. Kind of look. It's not really it. It's down. It's kind of like this, but not really. Maybe like this, but blonde. Yeah. Nice, like a messy look. Like unkept, like haven't combed it in days kind of look. That's what we're going for. Anime hairstyle. There you go. It even calls it anime hairstyle. Korean hairstyles. And the cool thing about Pinterest is if you type something like that, it'll usually give you super similar results. I don't know if it's a real website or what. Oh, it looks like it is a real website. I'm running out of room. My reference board. But oh yeah, this is an unlimited reference board. So like when you drag stuff down, it makes it bigger. But I tend to keep them close by each other so that we don't have to, we don't have to, what do you call it, kind of pan all over the place to find our reference. I think I got that one already, didn't I? Yeah. Did I get this one yet? And it's a front view. Male sharp teeth. Let's see if we can find something. It's pretty much teeth wise, it's kind of this kind of look. Oops, I think my everything's crashing. Chrome, I don't know what's going on Chrome. Chrome lately just, it eats so much memory. It's crazy anymore. We need a new lightweight browser without all the fluff. This has that kind of feeling. This is that whole Chainsaw Man kind of feeling. The sharp teeth, the tongue out. Male sticking his tongue out. Literally, that's what we do. We kind of look up reference. like that if I could actually spell. Tongue. Can't spell tongue today. I haven't written tongue in a while. I think that's it. Yeah. So some like crazy view of a tongue. I don't know. Punk rock. Punk rock. Right. Punk rock tongue. I'm thinking that maybe that might give a good punk rock tongue. I don't know. Punk rock tongue. Surprisingly, it doesn't have any good results. Or did I spell tongue wrong again? Probably. Yeah. I think that's good for now. And his eyes are red. Let's see. Red eyes. Oops. Red eyes. It's not common to have red eyes, you know. So it's obviously red eyes is it's not common at all. It would be usually contact lenses or something. But I need the reference. I like to see different variation, so if when I go to actually paint the pupil, I can look at these references and figure it out. Is it this one? Is this the same thing on? This is good. Korean male teenager. I'm looking for who would kind of fit that dingy kind of look face wise, like maybe even like I don't even know, cosplay anime male. Does anybody have a face too clean of a face there? No. This guy has red eyes. if we make it realistic, I have to really find the face and find who the model is and use that as reference when you sculpt to make it more believable. If possible, but I don't know about the face yet, to be honest. Like, I don't know who we're going to use for the face. Oh, that's right. We're going to have the chainsaw as the face. So I think we can skip that part. I'm going to skip it for now. Cool. So let's start just kind of next we're just going to kind of play with shapes and figure things out. Sorry, I have way too much stuff open. We're going to play with shapes and try to figure things out. Let me see here. So I'm just trying to close some stuff out so that we can have a little bit more. This will be a little faster to work with. I got way too much stuff open. So I might try to, I don't know, maybe I might try to use Clip Studio. Or you could use Photoshop. Photoshop's a little heavier would be a little heavier on the stream maybe right now. Because I got way too many things open. But you know what? I don't know if maybe I use Clip Studio and close out any other. Let me try to close some of this stuff out. Close a little bit out here. You know what I didn't look up? Real quick, let's just look up a black tie. Or messy black tie or something, I don't know. Sorry, let me close my Discord out too. Way too much stuff open. So sorry, guys. Alright. I think that's good. Let's get to let's see if we can start now. So I'm just gonna put my reference on my other screen so it's not in the way, and I'll just go to Paint, and like I'm using Clip Studio Paint, but can use anything. Photoshop, doesn't matter. Right now I'm just trying to get ideas and figure out shapes and stuff. And looks like my keyboard's or my tablet is in reverse. So I'm about to fix that in a second. My pen tablet that I'm using today is XP pen. And it's not the one where you can draw on the screen. This is what it looks like. It's the one where you draw on the tablet. and it shows on the screen. So I think if I do a rotation of 0 maybe, then it should be good. And this relies on Windows Ink. It's a little different. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm using the XP pen, and they're pretty affordable compared to a Wacom. I might actually get a Wacom again, but yeah. So usually, you know, when I'm doing stuff in this, I usually just click New. It's good to start with thumbnails first. First, kind of just want to make sure your brush and stuff's working. I'm not actually on a brush, I'm on paint or eraser. So this has pen, pencil. Maybe we'll pencil something in. I'm in white, so just make sure you're on like a color. I wouldn't really say black, but it's your call. And there's different like sizes and harnesses and thickness. So let me see how this looks. I think real pencil might. I like real pencil because it has the grit to it, so to speak. So yeah, I mean, so now I would do like you know, here's your layers, by the way. Oops. What I would do here is I would just kind of, it's good to start with thumbnails first, but right now I want to see how far I can get, like if I was to kind of do like that motor kind of look or whatever. And so you can kind of you know, kind of just draw out the shapes. It's faster to do it this way than it is to do it in 3D. I don't even know if we would have all that or not. I'm not really familiar with these shapes, so it will probably take me a little bit more time to, I guess you can say, get used to those shapes in a way. So in this if I kind of know what I'm going for, then I can just start sculpting right away. But for me, I don't. I'm thinking this is the pulley, and then we have the, you know, pulley kind of comes down here, right? So it attaches to a motor, comes down here, something happens, attaches to here, and then we kind of have his mouth here in this vicinity. This angle is probably a little bit off, so I'm just going to kind of redraw it a little thicker. Would probably be like that. I don't even think we would see our piece. Probably cool if we had a little piece kind of hanging down here, maybe. If we follow that all the way down, and maybe that connects to like a fleshy part. Because I think the trickiest part is how to connect it to flesh if we go that route, right? So you know, this could kind of be woven or weaving, I don't know, into his skin. But yeah, just so you understand what I have here, we got the motor, we got the pulley system, we got his helmet thing, and then we have his mouth. You know, it's kind of like that. Then we have the pistons going here. So we kind of draw the pistons in there, or whatever it is, or hydraulics, and then that connects to the flesh. And I might have to look. I might have to, you know, look into the neck muscles a little bit so we can figure out how we would connect this. You basically have your sternomastoid that kind of runs like this, and then you have other stuff that goes off of that. So you have your neck here. So I'll try to figure that out. But for now, let's just see if we can get some design going here. And I'm going to kind of keep things in perspective. So what we do is we already kind of established our circle here, so we can just follow that. And this would kind of be his helmet piece that he would have. So just to show you what I'm doing, I'm going to the helmets and taking a look and see if I can find something that kind of interests me visually, like if any of these interest me at all. So that's what I'm doing on the other screen here. I also want to kind of bring up the original. What if I could just pull a piece here? I'm going to duplicate that and kind of put that over here. So I have this. Let's bring this over here. I'm just realigning my reference. I'm not really worried about the chainsaw itself yet so much, but we got some good reference for that when the time comes. But yeah, this is what it's all about, man. It's really just about exploring and how can I make this look cool, right? How can we really make this, how can we really sell this idea? And how do we connect, like how do we connect this plastic piece to this motor? I guess this would live on top of this. Maybe it's screwed in, right? There's some, it's screwed in somehow. It's bolted in. But then, you know, it overlaps it here. So maybe we'll stick with that because that's kind of how it is in the that's kind of how it is in the anime. So we kind of just we get that shape in there. I don't know if necessarily that's the right angle for the shape. Maybe, you know, we got to figure out a perspective too, right? So you figure we have perspective is going like this, and the perspective is kind of like going like this. So we can follow that through. We'll get more believable results. So I wonder if we kind of push it up. They use a lot of sharp pieces, you know, in the Chainsaw Man kind of design. And I want to make sure that I stay true to that sharpness that they have going on. I'm not feeling that at all. I'm gonna erase this out. I'm making a bit of a mess here. Try to figure out how this connects. This is pretty much what we're trying to do here. It's kind of more of a sleek look, but that more bicycle helmet kind of look was like kind of like this, which is kind of cool too. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. me just see. I'll be right back. I'm just going to double check something real quick. Yes, I actually have to wrap up this stream. I'm going to try to continue on tonight. And then we can try to solve for this kind of design to try to see what we want to do. But yeah, just want to jot down these ideas I had before I head off real quick. Something like that. Wonder if what if it's double layered? This would actually be like where the chainsaw would come out at. I see some cool stuff going on here right now. I wonder what if we had I don't really want to cover that up though. I kind of like that. Can kind of alright, yeah, so I'll continue later on, guys. We'll figure this design out. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tonight. Peace.